Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Heavenly, and you are watching the Heavenly Food channel, aka John 312. I wanted to come and make this video because I have to come and declare it, period. I just want to get straight to the point with it, okay? Saturn's in Aries. I'm getting straight to the point with it. This day, May 28th, 2025, I'm marking the day. I'm declaring it. First things first, I want to say shout out to Sailing with Phoenix. I came across his Instagram video about his whole journey and everything, and I just wanted to say shout out to you. Very inspiring. I definitely follow because I definitely want to see the journey and see where it takes him and things like that. I like following people's journeys. And also I wanted to say, like, is it me? But if y'all know who I'm talking about, did he like get cuter after he chose to follow his passions? Was it that long hair? I don't know. Anyway, so I just wanted to come and basically I'm inspired by that video I saw. I will show something of it or whatever down here. But I wanted to come and give my story. And I love how he pieced it together in his video, like the editing. Like, it was so, like, straight to the point. I'm a yapper, though. But anywho. So, what I wanted to say was, is that, I have also come to a point in my life after having, like, health concerns and like injuries and stuff like that. It brought me to a space and place in my life where I had to decide what kind of life I'm gonna live. Like I want to say my mortality didn't come into play, but also it was kind of like I'm so young, and to have like injuries like I had and it completely take away your mobility for like a significant period of time, it definitely makes you question, like, especially when you in pain, when you at home, when you by yourself, and you really you start to sacrifice things in the process of prioritizing your health. It really makes you think, like, okay, what am I doing? What can I do for the rest of my life? So being in that state of being, anyway, and you really just start to think, what is it that I want out of life? So basically, in that state of being that I was in, I came to the conclusion that I do not want to work a job, because I started realizing, like, my body is not the same and my outlook on life is not the same. And so coming to those conclusions, I realized that the workforce is not a place for me, nor is it a place for people who are not fully functional. And I'm not saying I'm not fully functional, but my body is not as functionally as it was prior to my injury. So, and even if I did come to a point where I am fully healed, I still don't look at working the same anymore. And so I realized that that's not what I want to do. I feel better following my own beat of my drum and realizing that I want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to get out there, especially being home for like a year and a half. Most of that just because I couldn't go outside, and the rest of it was just trying to get back to a point where I feel comfortable enough being outside, having the stamina. It just brings you to that point. And I realized, like, yeah, I want to do things my way now. So I ended up having to quit my job for my health, but I realized that I did not want to go back to that kind of lifestyle. And I really want to travel. I want to create content. I already have multiple YouTube channels. I have 3 of them, and I want more. And it's because I just have different hobbies. I have different interests and passions, and I just didn't feel like putting them all on one channel. So I created 3, and I realized that living my life sedentary is not gonna be it. It's not gonna, because I did it unwillingly, abruptly, and I didn't like it at all. And I didn't like how long it took me to get back into a flow that I was comfortable with. And so I realized that I have to incorporate more movement in my life, more activity, and more leisure, more luxury, more scenery, more beauty, more experiences. And the only way I'm gonna do that is I gotta get out of my room. I have to leave my house, and I cannot stay in the city I was born in forever. Like, that's just not who I am. And a lot of it came from the dollar. A lot of it came from trying to make enough so I can be enough, so I can do enough. But the trick is, it's never enough. And I don't. And then I realized I kept trying to make it enough, and it was never enough. So with that being said, I am going to fully fund my next chapter, my next era. And I'm investing into myself and doing the things that I want to do on my own time, in my own way, at my own pace. And the main thing I want to drive home is, you don't have to do it broke. You know what I mean? You don't have to do it broke. If you know you have been living in a certain way for so long and you want to transition to a different chapter in life, don't make that transition from the state of mind of lack. Like, oh, I can only afford this, so this is what I'm only going to do. Well, that's going to be all you're ever going to do, because you put a cap on yourself. You put a limit on yourself. And I am limitless. I'm infinite. I'm infinity game. You know what I mean? Like, there's no limit. If God is limitless and I am the Son of Man, therefore the Son of God, I'm not limited. So why limit myself? Why put limitations on myself on experiences that I would like to have in its fullest, with all the potentials, with all the possibilities, with all the abundance, with all the overflow? Like, why would I do that? I'm not doing that no more. So I'm making this video, and I'm actually going to post it, because this is not the first time I made videos like this, but this time I actually go post it and make it public. So yeah, I'm not doing it. So I'm choosing to do what's for me. So the next content you're gonna see, and I'm making this video kind of like Sailor what Phoenix did, you know. I'm kind of trying to follow his framework, you know. But this is my coming out story of my journey into following my passions. We could really call it the passion project. I coined that in 2024 while I was recovering and healing. So now it's time to use it, put it to some use. But yeah, this is the passion project. It is basically a documentary of internet diary of me pursuing this next era of me, next chapter of me. Like, I'm so serious about this. Also, this is not nothing new. Like, I've been thinking about it for a long time. I like I said, I was home for 1.5 years, so had nothing but time on my hands. And this is what I came up with, and I'm happy and I'm satisfied. And there's another thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna explain. I forgot what I was gonna say. But I was thinking about how, yeah, I wanted to make this video yesterday. But the reason why I didn't make it yesterday is because I was cramping really bad, TMI. And I was like, ooh, I don't feel like it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm so grateful, though. In all this pain, I'm so grateful that I do not have a job. And I had to call off and explain to people who do not care why I cannot make it into work. Because for something that happens to me every month that I have no control over. You know, I'm glad I don't have to do that no more. Like, that's what I mean by leisure. That's what I mean by freedom. This is what I mean by luxury. If these are the staples I want to live my life by, and I'm the only person who gets to put a label on it, right? I'm the only person who gets to say, oh no, this is a luxury for me. This is leisure for me. This is abundance for me. This is wealth for me. This is riches for me. This is priority for me, right? And I should not and will not have to ever again from this point on explain to someone why these are my standards. why I am choosing to live my life like this. Yeah, sorry, I had to yawn. But yeah, and I'm also accepting my wealth. This is my decree. This is my declaring. I am claiming my wealth. That is for me. I have it now. It's happening. We here with it. Period, point blank. Thank you. Very grateful. Thank you, Father. And I'm moving forward. You know, Sailing with Phoenix, he bought a boat. I'm finna buy a vehicle, okay? Because you need something to get around the country in. And because I'm bringing my dog Gelato with me, I think that's a delivery person. Because I'm bringing my dog with me, I need an SUV. So I have an SUV now. And I can't wait to show y'all that. I can't wait to do a car tour. I can't wait to do that whole little, because I have not had a vehicle since 2023. I had to sell my first car, so now I'm working on. So now we have another car. We have a second car. I claimed it. I decreed it. All of that. I already know what I want. Yeah. So get ready for that. And I'm ready to get started. Maybe we can do some vlogs or something with me preparing for that journey. I've already I have a couple options for the first cities I want to go to. I want to visit and stay, do content, relax. You know, this is a sabbatical. This is spiritual. This is sacred. You know, yeah, this is my public announcement or whatever. And also I recently dropped a video of how I created my wealth. So if you want to watch that, that's the previous video and whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited. And also I want y'all to know this has been in the makings. Like I said before, this has been in the makings. I've already made this decision. I'm always living in the end. So therefore me doing this, like making this video, my imagination, I've already been ahead of this. So again, the physical form is catching up to my imagination, okay? Oh, nose itch. Now, if y'all go excuse me, I am earning a certificate in project management, and I have a class tonight, and I have classwork that needs to be done, so I need to go do that. And if you watched up at this point, I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your attention with me and my TED Talks. So, I'll see y'all later. Bye.